Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to this class. In this class, let's see about while and do while loops in our which are available in Java. So as part of this class, we will see why we need loops, what is the benefit of loops, and how to use while loop and how to use do while loop. And we will see mainly like what is the difference between while loop and do while loop. Finally, we will experiment with programs. So we have already seen that there are three types of loops are available in Java. In our previous session, we have seen about for loop, right? In for loop, basically, it is also one of the loop. And, it is mainly if you want to achieve some repeated task, we are going with the loop. So for loop has actually its syntax is initialization, condition and increment or decrement, correct? Until unless condition becomes false, the loop will be keep executed, correct? So in this class, in this session, let's see about while loop and do while loop. So this is the syntax for while loop. While and do while both are comes under loops only. Again, why we need while loop and do while loop? If you want to perform some task repeatedly based on some conditions, we are going with while loop or do while loop. So this is the syntax. So the while loop should consist, a keyword called while. While is a keyword, right? If it is a keyword, we cannot use those words as variable name or class name or method name. While is a keyword, correct? Here we will be giving the condition here. Here we will be giving the condition. Here we will be giving the condition. So in the beginning only we are checking the condition. So it will check whether condition is true or false, correct? Whether the condition is true or false. If condition is true, then the statements which are defined inside while loop, those will be executed. If the condition is true, the statements which are defined in the while block, while loop, those will be executed. In case if condition is false, it will not go inside, it will come out. It will exit from the loop. And this is the basic syntax for while loop. Okay, so we'll go to next slide. So this is the diagram. Okay, here also we are seeing if beginning of while loop, here we are evaluating the condition. Here we are checking whether the condition is true or false. In case if condition is false, come out from while loop. In case the condition is false, it will come out from the while loop. If condition is true, it will be keep executing inside the loop. Whatever statements we have defined the inside loop, those will be executed. Again, it will come back to condition. Again, it will check if condition is true, again execute. Again, check for condition. Correct. Repeatedly, it will be keep executing until unless condition becomes false. Correct. This is very easy. So what happens here? First condition is evaluated, right? Whatever we have seen in the flow diagram, first condition is evaluated here. First condition is evaluated here. If condition becomes true, execute the block of statements. If false, come out. Same only we are saying here. First condition is evaluated. If condition is true, then what we need to do? We need to execute the statements, block of statements which are there inside while loop. Suppose in case condition is false, then come out from the while loop, correct? So we will take with the first case scenario. Okay. Second case is, case B is, if condition is false, blindly come out. In case condition is true, in case we are going with case A, if condition is true, it needs to execute block of statement, right? After executing, what it should do, again it will go back at the beginning of while loop and it checks the condition again, correct? And it checks the condition again. See here, in case condition becomes true, execute block of statement, again go back to the beginning of the while loop, check the condition. The condition is true, again execute block of statement, again go back to the condition, correct? So this will be executed multiple times. Each time it will be executed until unless condition becomes false, correct? Until unless condition becomes false. So it will be keep executing. Each time it will check, again it will start from step 1. Each time it will be checking, again it will be starting from it will be going with step 1 process. So let's see with programs. Let's quickly go with our class. Okay, class. Okay, let's go with Joseph. So our main method started. So what we are going to do, we are going to keep inside main method, we are going to keep while loop. Okay, while here we are going to check the condition. Before to that, what I am doing, I am initializing a variable int I equal to, consider I am initializing with 1. Okay, here what we do, here we are initializing I variable, right? I variable. Here we are initializing I variable, correct? With I1. So we have seen the syntax. What is the syntax? Syntax is, here we will keep condition, right? Here we will keep condition. So what is the condition? I am just checking whether I is less than or equal to 5, correct? I is less than or equal to 5. So each time what I am doing, I want to print. What I want to print? I want to print something. So value is I, correct? See, this is what I am doing. After doing everything, again I am incrementing I value, I plus plus. What we are doing? After doing those things, we are incrementing I value. Incrementing I value, correct? So let's run this program. Okay. Joseph.java. Let's open command prompt from here. Java C, Joseph.java. There is a error here. What is the error? Let's see. What is the error we are getting? illegal start of an expression. Just go through what is the issue we are having here. It says there is a error because we given space here, right? We should not give space in between less than or equal to, correct? This is the problem. We should not give the space. Correct the error. We can give space here. I used to give because of readability, correct? So now recompile it again. Compilation is success. Let's run Java class name. See what happened. We can quickly go through. First I equal to 1. Then what we are doing? Inside it checked 1 is less than or equal to 5. True, right? What happened? It is checking 1 is less than or equal to 5. It is true. So it started executing first time. Value of I is 1. Then we are incrementing here. I becomes 2 here. Again loop is getting executed. It checks 2 is less than or equal to 5 or not. True. Again goes inside executing, printing I value 2, then incrementing to 3. Checks 3 is less than or equal to 5, printing the value of 3. Again incrementing, checks 4, printing 4, checks 5, 5 also equal, right? True. Then value is incremented, then value becomes 6. Now if you see, it checks whether 6 is lesser than or equal to 5. Both the conditions becomes false. 6 is not less than or 6 is not equal to 5. So it comes out. That's why we are getting from 1 to 5. You can verify the output. What output we are getting? We are getting 1 to 5. Correct? So the while loop is executed until unless the condition becomes false. While loop will be keep executing. If you observe one thing, you can find the difference between for loop and while loop, right? Let me go with for loop. In for loop, what you usually will do? We will declare, initialize everything inside, right? Int j equal to, what we will do? We will initialize inside, right? Int j equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 5. We will increment also, we will do everything, we will do inside for loop, inside expression, right? See here what we are doing, we are initializing, but in while loop we are initializing outside. Only condition we are checking, correct? Increment and decrement we are doing in for loop there only, but in while loop we are doing inside the loop, correct? Only condition only we are checking in while loop. Just I thought of giving clarity between for loop and while loop, correct? We'll go to next program. We will see how to find the sum. Okay, I want to find the sum. Same class I'm going to modify finding the sum. What I am doing, again I am initializing int I equal to 1. I'm going to, for finding the sum, I am keeping one variable called sum. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to find sum of first 10 numbers. First 10 numbers, sum of 10 numbers I want to find, just like this. 1 plus 2 plus go up to 10. I want to find sum. What is the formula? We might have known it, n into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? This is the formula for finding the sum. So I want to find something like this. I will add like this: 1 plus 2 equal to 3, 3 plus 3 equal to 6, 6 plus 4 equal to 10, something like that we want to do it. So what I am going to do is, every time I will check, okay, what is sum. So sum plus equal to I, correct? Then I will go with I plus plus. What we are doing here, I am checking It means sum plus equal to I means sum equal to sum plus I, correct? So what will happen here? Let's run this program, rerun the program. Yes, so what? Yeah, there is a mistake. Where is the thing? Okay, we will remove this expression, correct? Finally, we will print some value, correct? Some value is, we will print some value. Okay, let's rerun it. Compilation is success. See, we are getting the result. 55 is the correct answer. So let's quickly go through. I value is 1, correct? It will check whether I is 1 is less than or equal to, correct, 10. First time it will be true, it will come here, sum equal to, sum will be 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Answer will be 1. Sum will be having 1 value, correct? Then what you are doing, you are incrementing I value. Again, while loop will be checked. 2 is less than or equal to 10, true. It will come here, sum equal to sum plus I. What is sum value? Sum value is 1. 1 plus, what is I value? I value is 2. So sum becomes 1 to 3, right? Now again I value is incremented. It will take 3. It will check 3 is less than or equal to 10, true. So sum equal to sum plus I. What is sum value? Sum value is 3. I value is 4. Correct. I value also 3. Correct. So it will be 6. Like this, it will be keep executing up to 10. When it comes to 11, condition becomes false. It will come out, it will print value of 55. Okay, this is how you can find the sum here. Now let's see one more program. Okay, I am going with one more new class. Consider the class name. I am going with Esther. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going with infinite while loop. I am going with infinite while loop. Okay, let me print like main method starts and main method ends. Correct, main method ends. So what I am going to do, I am going to, this is called infinite while loop, right? Each time we are trying to print something. So we are printing the value of Mercy Technologies, correct? What happens here? This is called infinite while loop. Why? Each time just it returns true, 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 correct? Let's save this program with Esther.java. So let's rerun. Sorry, we'll compile it first. Esther.java. There is a issue here. Unreachable statement. Even compiler itself came to know that this loop cannot be executed. Correct? It is showing error, right? Saying that this is unreachable statements. It means at any cost, this main method ends will not be reached at all because it is continuously it will be keep executing. So remove this end statement. Recompile again. Compilation is success. Let's run it. See here, your keep, it is keep printing Mercy Technologies, correct? If needed, you can keep some loop also. That's okay. You want to know how many times it is printing, right? Keep int I equal to 1. Okay, let's print I here. plus I. Okay, let's increment the I here. I plus plus. Okay, let's rerun it. Let's run it. One minute. Let's stop the program. Save it. Okay. You need to compile the .java file. Java C Esther.java. Compilation is success. Let's run Java Esther. See here, it is infinite loop, right? I is keep incrementing. So it infinite loop. Stop it, Control C. It is stopped. This is called infinite loop. Okay. Same way, like we will do one more thing. What you have given here, I value you have given, right? I value you have don't increment I value. Okay. If you don't increment, if you only give I is less than or equal to 1 or something, this condition becomes always true, right? This condition becomes always true. I value are not at all incrementing. This also again, like it is infinite while loop. Correct? It is infinite while loop. Don't give the space. It is infinite while loop. So let's run. It is keep printing it. Okay. So we should be very careful while we are developing loops. We should make sure it is not at all going with infinite state. This is called while loop. Now we are going to see about do while loop. Let's see about do while loop. Okay. In do while loop, this is the syntax. In while loop, usually you keep syntax like this. In do while loop, the syntax will become something like this. Let's go with the previous program. Okay. Let's go with our previous program, very first program. Okay. This is where our very first program. This is our while loop. Correct? And if you want to make the do while loop, it's simple again. It is simple. What you will do? You will keep, you will same loop, you will keep something like this. Correct? You will not, you will move this statement at the end. Correct? This is the syntax for do while loop. This statement you will keep at the end with semicolon. Okay. So let's go through our syntax. Do is the keyword, while is the keyword. This is the block statement. Condition will be evaluated at the last. In while loop, condition is evaluated at the beginning, whereas in do while loop, condition will be evaluated at the last. Semicolon here it is mandatory. Okay. Let's run the same program again. Let's run the same program here. Let's compile this program. Let's run Java class name. Correct? See here, output you are getting same. So in do while loop, first statement is getting executed, right? But in while loop, first condition is checked, right? In do while loop, first it is executing group of statements which are there inside do while loop. See here, first statement is executing. When condition is evaluated at the end, correct? Thereafter, if condition becomes true, then again re-execute the block of statement. Again it will check the condition. Check if the condition is true, then rerun the block of statements. That's why we are keep getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct? When condition becomes false, I becomes 6, then condition becomes false. Then come out from the do while loop, correct? Same here we are doing. First what happens? We are checking the condition. If condition becomes true, sorry, first what we are doing, we are executing the loop. First do while loop is getting executed, correct? Do while loop is getting executed. After executing do while loop, then at the end condition is checked, condition is tested. If condition becomes true, again execute block of statements. If condition becomes false, come out. When condition becomes true, go to step 1. Again execute the block of statement. Again at the end check the condition, correct? Here also we are doing same thing, correct? It is exactly same. You can experiment all the programs whatever we have seen in while loop by changing the condition. Even you can plan for infinite while loop also, that is possible. Okay, don't increment value here. If you don't increment value, what will happen? Always I will be less than or equal to 5, correct? Rerun the program again. It will be infinite loop, correct? It will be infinite loop. See here, it is keep printing. It is infinite loop. In the last topic, we will see what is the difference between while loop and do while loop. Listen, in while loop, what happens? First condition is tested. In while loop, first condition is tested. If condition becomes true, then only remaining statements will be executed. Remaining statements getting executed. Let's go back. I am going to modify this program. Okay, I'm going to modify this program again. Correct? Let us modify again. What happens? This is our while loop, right? In while loop, what happens? First itself condition, we are checking the condition, correct? In the beginning only we are checking the condition. What I am doing is, I am just keeping I is less than or equal to 5. Condition becomes true, correct? Let me keep 1 also. Here what happens? Condition becomes true. If condition becomes true, then it can be executed. Then loop will be executed, correct? Let's rerun the program. See here. See, at least first time we are checking the condition true. In case condition is false, consider you are keeping I is greater than 10. This condition is false, right? If condition false, it will not go inside loop at all. It will not go inside the loop. Immediately it will come out. Let's rerun. Here condition is false. I is not greater than 10. Let's rerun. See here, condition becomes false. So what happened? It came out from the loop. We have seen, right? See, we have seen it. If condition becomes false in our flow diagram, if condition becomes false, come out. It will come out from the out loop. It will come out from the while loop. That's what we are seeing here. First condition is tested at the beginning only. If condition becomes false, come out. At least we cannot guarantee one time also loop will not be executed. Here, because condition is false, even it is not executing one time also coming out. But in do while loop, what is the difference? Listen, this is while loop, right? While loop. What about do while loop? Let me copy this. Let me print some statement here. You can print something. You can print like while loop. Correct? This is do while loop. This is a do while loop. So what is the syntax? Do while loop condition will be tested at the end. It will be starting with do keyword and tested at the end. In do while loop, you have seen about while loop. Okay. In do while loop, let's remove this. In do while loop, what happens? It is not checking the condition first. Directly it will execute the loop. We will be getting I with 1. Correct? After executing, I value is incremented. I value became 2. Then finally condition is tested. Then finally condition is tested. Correct? Now if you are checking 2 is greater than 10 or not, false, then it comes out. Let's rerun this. See here, at least do while loop executes only one time. Correct? Either condition becomes true or false, do while loop execute one times, because do while loop first we are executing the body. Correct? That's what here we are seeing. First condition is tested at the end only. Correct? First condition is tested at the end. So the main difference, this is one of the fresher level interview question. They'll be asking what's the difference between while loop and do while loop. In while loop we are checking the condition first, but in do while loop we are checking condition at the last. In do while loop we can say minimum one time the loop can be executed, either it is true or false. Minimum one time loop can be executed. What about while loop? No, if condition, you cannot give the guarantee. If condition becomes false, even it will not execute only one time also. If condition becomes false, do while loop, in while loop, it will come out. But in do while loop, minimum one time it can be executed. Thank you.